everybody, and welcome to our first Southampton FC preview of the season, as we are just 72 hours away from the season starting on our opening day against Newcastle United, and we will be travelling up there, of course, supporting our team that we love. And even if we're not going to do very well this season, we're still going to be behind the boys.
Well, that's an optimistic start to our preview, Louis, isn't it? Yeah. Even if we're not going to do very well this season. Are you not thinking we're going to do very well this season?
Well, we're underdogs, aren't we? Everyone keeps predicting that we're going to be bad and we're going to be rock bottom, but I'm not thinking like that. I'm going to think that we're going to be quite good this season.
Don't give away where you think we're going to finish just yet, though. We've got to watch a bit longer before we give away those secrets.
I've got it in here.
It's all up there. Well, we have had a bit of a mixed pre-season. There's been some ups and some downs. There's been some scraps.
They don't really matter, do they?
There's been some very bright and horrible, in my opinion, kits. But it's been a fairly, would you say, quiet pre-season in terms of transfers.
We've only lost one game, which is
good. But
at Oxford United.
You can't really judge a team by their pre-season. I've seen many Saints pre-seasons where we've done really well and then not been so good in the season, and then the opposite as well. But we're going to start with our transfer business this summer. So we've signed a few players, haven't we? Do you want to list some of the players that we've signed, Louis?
So we started off with signing Taylor Harbour-Bellis, which of course was in the deal. If we went up, we would have signed him, which we knew anyway. Then our first proper signing was Adam Lallana, which I don't know why he's come back. The Snake. We can't call him that anymore.
No, he's not Snake anymore. No, we were. You weren't alive. Well, you were alive, but you weren't part of the.
I was about 2.
Yeah, you weren't one of the Boo Brigade.
I
was. I'm not going to deny that.
But I remember you telling me though.
Yeah, in hindsight, you look back on those things and you can't really judge Lallana on what he did. The way he left, there was bad feeling.
Everyone left,
but
like him.
Yeah, everyone was jumping ship. I think that was the main reason. I haven't really liked him since then, but
he's not.
You could argue that James Ward-Prowse left us in a worse scenario. We got relegated and he jumped ship. I know obviously
paid for West Ham.
£30 million was probably the main reason why. We made £30 million pure profit on a player that was ours.
Everyone hit his name.
So Lallana, is there much difference between what he did and what Ward-Prowse did? Probably not really. So he's back. Apparently he's back. We've seen him on the training pitch, but we haven't seen him on the pitch because he was supposed to start in the first pre-season game against Eastleigh, and we haven't seen him since because of an injury.
5 minutes in.
He wasn't. No, he didn't even start. He was in the team, but he didn't start.
Yeah, I remember.
So we haven't seen anything of him pre-season. On paper, football's not paid on paper. You would say it's probably a good signing. Experienced, adding an extra voice on the coaching side of things. Maybe he will be encouraging to the young players. But again, is he going to have a big impact on the pitch? He was still playing for Brighton at the end of last season. Not a regular starter. I don't have the stats, so I don't want to make claims that aren't true.
Scored against us this season.
He did. He's always been a good player. He's a good footballer. He's got a good football brain. How much of an impact he will have for Saints this season is yet to be seen.
He's not going to be like he was before.
No, of course he will. He's a different player. He's playing a different position.
Is he 36?
He's literally 10 days younger than me. So he's still a young man. But he's got more hair than me. He could be a good addition if he gets fit. Other players we've signed, so Charlie Taylor, good experienced left back from Burnley.
Ronnie
Edwards and Nathan Wood are 2 young centre backs who, especially Edwards, has impressed me. I've heard a lot about him before. I've heard of Wood too, but that was more of a common link between Saints and him because he used to play for Russell Martin. What I've seen of him pre-season, he's got a lot of work to do. He's quick, but he's got a lot of work to do. Ronnie Edwards, he does look like he's going to go right to the top, but is he ready for the Premier League yet? I don't know. But they were both fairly cheap, so they had to be done. Flynn is back.
Yeah, when the kit was released, I remember watching it and Flynn Down's kit coming out and everyone was happy, and that he deserves to sign for us after what he did for us last season. He was brilliant in midfield last season. Can he be the same in the Premier League?
Yeah, I think he can. Probably. I think he could do a job. The problem that we have there is that we've spent £40 million or there or thereabouts on bringing players back who were with us last season. So we haven't improved our squad, but we've spent a lot of money getting it back to at least roughly where it was last season, and that is why we haven't really splashed the cash on other players yet. We might still do that, but we needed to get him back. That was important. Otherwise, we would have had to find a replacement who necessarily wouldn't have fit into Russell Martin's style. We know what we're getting with Flynn. As long as his missus doesn't do any more cooking for him, we'll be in for a good season from him, I think.
Just get KFC
The same
night.
as Taylor Harwood-Bellis. Two players that were important last season, and they're going to be important again this season. And going forward, they're still... Harwood-Bellis is younger than Flynn Downs, but Flynn Downs is still a young man, so...
He probably gets KFC every night.
I think he's staying away from chicken from now on. Who else have we signed, Louis?
Yukin Sukawara, and
Sugawara.
he's really impressed me. He got man of the match on Saturday against Getafe in a pre-season friendly. I think that the goal he scored against Eastleigh was really good.
He's been impressive, hasn't he?
Good,
which is annoying.
He's good up and down.
It's annoying. We haven't really seen him tested defensively that much yet, but it's annoying that we've signed a great player in a position where, at the moment, we've still got a very good player. I know you can utilise Walker Peters on the left if he remains at Saints, but it is, yes, frustrating that we've improved on a position that if Walker Peters goes, we need a replacement, and Sugawara is that replacement.
Could he play on both sides?
I don't know if Sugawara can, but we know Walker Peters can, so he'll play wherever.
He's probably better at right back.
Peters. But it's a nice problem to have if he stays, which we'll talk about in a while. Anyone else? Did we sign anyone else? Of course we did. The Chilean
Brenton Diaz,
superstar, Ben Brereton Diaz.
Against Lazio last week, he's impressed me with the way he cut inside and got the shot away. I know the defenders were like letting him do it, but it was brilliant. It was a brilliant goal. I remember watching it on the app. Obviously, I couldn't go because of the protests, but
what we could have done, but we chose not to.
Yeah, and I've seen he's been closing down the goalkeeper, which Adam Armstrong didn't really do last season.
Well, I like the fact that he plays. Armstrong did close him down. He's always pressing from the front, but I like the fact he plays on the left and he cuts inside. So it's not necessarily a striker who will replace Shea Adams, who's gone. He comes in from the left and he cuts in and shoots on his right hand side. He's already scored like that. He's done a lot of goals for Sheffield United last season.
You spotted on Saturday was that there's two players on the left and right, but there's no one coming in the middle if they cross.
Yeah, they seem to be on Saturday against Getafe. The two strikers, as they were, when we were going forward or out of possession, they would hug the touchline, so they were quite wide. But that's where you need an Aribo or probably will be an Alcaraz coming through, taking on that 9 position. Because a few times there were people that there wasn't anyone in the middle. But that will be a tactic that will change.
When I was at the fans forum on Monday night, Russell Martin said that Paul Nuachu, he's improved, which makes me feel like he wants to keep him, and he can't afford a new striker, a person in the middle, which makes me think Paul Nuachu could be in the middle.
He won't start with Big Paul though. I would imagine he might, like you said, he might use Big Paul in certain games, in certain circumstances. If he stays, I don't think he'll stay. I think he will go.
I think
speculation.
I think no one's going to come in for him. I think unless that
Trabzonspor want him.
Unless they put loads of money in for him.
They keep giving him giving us pittance really for what someone that scored so many goals for them.
7 million's not enough for him.
No, we want to make a bit more. We paid a lot more than that. I'm just thinking, were there any more signings? I don't think there were any more. I think that's everyone.
No,
I think we've covered everybody. There's been a few that we've brought from Japanese players and the Brazilian players that aren't at the club at the moment, so we're not going to talk about them because they are other teams' players at the moment. But in terms of departures this summer, we've spoken about a couple already.
Shea Adams
has gone. Stuart Armstrong's still out of team. He won't be back though, but they've departed. We've also lost Ryan Fraser, who was on loan, obviously.
It makes me feel like he's coming back, Fraser.
We don't know. We don't know about that, but we will see. But I'm just talking about in terms of people we have lost. We've lost them.
He wasn't even our player anyway, Ryan Fraser. He was Newcastle's.
We should add to that. We have re-signed Alex McCarthy in goal.
And don't forget Russell Martin got a new contract.
Russell Martin got a new contract, but Russell Martin's not going to be playing in goal, is he?
Alex McCarthy, everyone's like, oh my god, yeah, he got us promoted last season with a good save at Wembley, good save in the playoff semi-final. No, he's not good enough for number 1. He can't play out of the back like pros. All he does when his balls that he plays out from the back, they're just like really, they're really slow and it's just not good enough.
Some people, when you get older, you get slow balls. It's just part of the life, really. But yeah, we'll talk McCarthy. I don't think
It's just really not
he is a worry for a lot of Saints fans.
We are on about signing a new goalkeeper. Aaron Ramsdale is in.
You were on
about
about?
it.
No, he's not in talks. So there's rumours, but
yeah,
it's no
I
more than
don't-
rumours at the moment.
Aaron Ramsdale, we see with Arsenal. Arsenal got rid of him because
Well, they
he
didn't get
couldn't
rid
play
of
out from
him.
the back. Well, no, they
They
signed
replaced
Raya
him. Yeah.
because he couldn't play out from the back. As you saw the season before last when we played Arsenal away at the Emirates, he conceded a goal in 30 seconds because he literally just gave the ball from Alcaraz to
Yeah.
Alcaraz.
Again, but I don't think there's any point talking about speculation. Until it happens, we'll talk about them. It's just I could pick a name out. I could say that we're going to sign
Well, I got a notification.
anyone as a
I
goalkeeper.
got a notification from Sky Sports the other day saying that Ajax were interested in Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah, and you would imagine that he will go somewhere that
Bigger.
not Saints, to be honest.
And he was the
and
ex-Bournemouth goalkeeper.
I think
Makes him feel like he
I
doesn't
think
really like
a
us.
more realistic one would be a foreign goalkeeper that's going
Or
to come
Sam
in.
Johnston.
Sam Johnson, I don't know about his distribution. I can't say anything about
He
that.
played
So,
for England, didn't he?
but so did
He
Alex
might-
McCarthy.
He might. Yeah, but Gareth Southgate.
Alex McCarthy did a great job at times for Saints. I've
Thing is,
always rated him, even
the
as a
only
youngster. But we can't be relying on him this season. We
Really
need a new
saying-
number one.
That thing about what's his name, Sam Johnston, because he got picked from Gareth Southgate, which Gareth Southgate must think, oh my god, yeah,
I'm
he's good
pretty
with
sure-
distribution. Gareth Southgate likes.
I'm
picking-
pretty sure Alex McCarthy played under Gareth Southgate as well.
Yeah, but
So,
that was
and Fraser
back in the
Forster
day.
played under Gareth Southgate, and he wasn't very good with his feet. Anyway, we're spending too much time. We all know the goalkeeper situation needs
Was he not?
resolving. I don't know what we're going to end up with. We probably, if I was to guess, we're going to end up with McCarthy as number one until at least Bazunu comes back.
Nigel Farage. Boring.
Yeah, well, it won't be boring, that's for sure. It'll be keeping us on the edge of our seats. Anyway, other speculation around Saints. Obviously, a striker. We've got from the fans forum that we were at on Monday. He was talking about Onuachu. He was talking about Sekou Mara being capable strikers, and he's only going to
Definitely
pay
not.
money, which we might not have the money. We got to think about financial fair play. We're only allowed to lose up to, I think, about £3 million this year in the financial year, which we won't because we did get a lot of player purchases last summer, player sales, money from last summer. So we should be okay, but we have to be careful. We will sign some players before the end. Matt O'Reilly, he's the one that's been linked the most. Always impressed me at Celtic. Atalanta, who are playing in the Super Cup tonight, are interested in him.
Who?
If you're going to go for Atalanta, Matt O'Reilly. If you're going to go for someone like him, Russell Martin's a big draw. He used to play for Russell Martin. Is he going to choose Saints over Atalanta? I don't know. Are we going to pay out the money? Well, are they going to pay out the money? Celtic don't need to sell. Would be important for Saints if we got him. He would be a big player for us this season. Anyway, now, as Louis said, we're off to Newcastle on Saturday. Looking forward to being back. Are we stronger than we were last season? Probably not. Probably about the same, really. If you think about who we've lost, we've paid a lot of money to bring in players that we had in our team. The playoffs probably glossed over a bad end to the season. We lost 5-0 to Leicester. We lost away at Cardiff. We played well, but we still lost. And Stoke at home was terrible. Bad performance. Left a sour taste in our mouth. Lots of people were gone before the lap of appreciation. Changed it around for the last game of the season and showed some real tactical nous in the playoffs in tough games against tough teams. Could he do that this season? Is he going to be just passing all the time, like high pass, pressing style, where he wants to get the ball forward, keep the ball, try and find the gaps, get in behind teams? Or is he going to adapt? He's going to have to adapt. Vincent Kompany didn't adapt last season, and Burnley went down with a bit of a whimper. They had a bit of a good spell towards the end of the season, but they still went down. There's no doubt we're going to have to change our style. Russell Martin is good enough to do that. He fills me with confidence. Whenever he speaks, he is somebody that can motivate you. He gives you belief in what they're doing. And I do believe in him, and I think we are going to just about survive by the thinnest of margins, but I'm hoping there'll be some points deductions for other teams that help us out along the way. 10 wins, 30 points, I'm hoping will be enough.
More than that we want.
But we're going to pick up the odd point, aren't we? So if we get 10 wins, get a few draws in there, we'll end up with 35, 36 points. That will be enough. So tick them off as we go along.
It'll be a very stressful season.
It will be, but it would have been nicer to have some more reinforcements at the start of the season. We're not going to get new players in now before the Newcastle game, and probably not the Nottingham Forest game, really. And Newcastle, we can kind of say, we don't need to win this. We've never really won this at Newcastle. It's a free hit. Nottingham Forest and Brentford, they're the teams we need to beat, and they're the next fixtures after that. We need to start the season really well. The Saints don't always do that, but we've got to keep the optimism. We've got to be there. We've got to be supporting the team. We've got to be cheering on the lads. Hopefully we can get a few signings there to encourage us a little bit more to be positive, and a few reinforcements and a bit of hard work on the training ground. I think Saints will be okay. What do you think, Livy?
Russell Martin did say the other night that if the fans do boo, it doesn't help the players one bit, and it just makes it worse, which I agree on. I'm not going to boo at all next season, even if we are 4-0 down at half time. I know I did sometimes.
Remember that, everyone. If I film him booing, you'll know that he said he wasn't going to.
I might just go, oh, God's sake.
I think we'll all be doing that at some point this season.
And I think Newcastle, if we lose against Newcastle, it's not the end of the world, but it's important that we get behind them, like he said, and we need to be really loud at games, and if we
try and keep positive even in the bad moments, really, isn't it? That's what we've got to do.
Yeah.
Which we will. I mean,
come back.
Prediction for the weekend? What are you thinking?
3-1 Newcastle.
So you're going for a Newcastle win. I think Saints could get something. I'm going with my heart over my head. We'll go for a 1-1 draw. Adam Armstrong on his return to...
2-2 in the prediction.
Did I?
Yeah.
No, it's not going to be 2-2. Who would say 2-2? I'm going to say 1-1. I'm going to change it on every video I do. Different predictions. 1-1. Adam Armstrong to get the goal on the opening day of the season against his boyhood club. And Tino Livramento to equalise. No, I'm joking. It doesn't matter who it is. Anyway, we're all looking forward to the season. Fingers crossed we carry on the positivity from Wembley. Saints back in the Premier League, back where we belong. And let's try our best to make it more than one season.
And
we're off to Newcastle, aren't we, on Saturday?
Yeah, and also we need to do our prediction for the end of the season as well, where we're going to finish.
I've said I think we'll stay up. 17th is fine by me. I'm happy 17th. I'm happy to stay up on goal difference. I don't care.
I'm going to say 14th.
It would be a very good season to have 6 teams lower than us. So I'll be very happy with that. Either way, we both think we're going to stay up. We'll see you at Newcastle for our matchday vlog. Hope you enjoyed the video. Give us a like and a subscribe. Comment down below your predictions if I've managed to put the comments on. Sometimes I forget to do that. Comment your predictions down below. Follow us and we'll see you at the next game. Good luck, Saints fans.